Is French style really all about quiet elegance while Italian style celebrates bold glamour? These two cultures may share a border, yet when it comes to fashion, especially for women over 50, their philosophies couldn't feel more different. One leans on timeless staples that whisper sophistication, while the other thrives on expressive details that turn everyday life into a kind of performance. So, in today's video, we will cover all that from how culture, climate, clothing and even beauty philosophies shape the way women over 50 dress on both sides of the border. Wait till you hear which approach has influenced the world far beyond fashion itself. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Tailored structure versus relaxed fits. Clothes tell us a lot about how a culture views elegance. In France, elegance has long been tied to structure. The trench coat, the sharp blazer, the perfectly fitted trousers, these are cornerstones of French style, especially for women over 50. There's a reason the trench coat, first popularized by designers like Burberry and later embraced by Parisian women, became a staple in almost every French wardrobe. It's neat, versatile, and carries an air of confidence without needing extra detail. French tailoring focuses on clean lines. The idea is that when a jacket or coat sits properly on the shoulders, when trousers fall in just the right way, there's no need to overcomplicate the look. Women over 50 often lean on this precision because it creates an impression of refinement that works in any setting, whether walking through city streets or sitting at a dinner table. Tailoring for them is not about being formal. It's about showing a kind of quiet control over their appearance. Italy approaches style differently. Here, clothing often has more freedom of movement. Fabrics are draped instead of tightly cut. Dresses fall more fluidly, and tunics flow with ease. The relaxed fit doesn't mean casual. It's carefully designed to highlight comfort while still feeling elegant. Italian designers, from Giorgio Armani to Max Mara, have shown how softness can redefine sophistication. For women over 50, this allows them to dress in a way that feels natural while still maintaining an air of grace. These differences reflect two views of maturity in fashion. French style leans on tailoring to communicate polish, while Italian fashion uses fluidity to express confidence. Scarves versus flowing linen. Every country has a fashion item that becomes more than just an accessory. It turns into a cultural signature. For France, that symbol is the scarf. For Italy, it's linen. Both have stood the test of time, and for women over 50, they carry meanings that go far beyond fabric. In France, the scarf is not only practical, but deeply tied to the Parisian idea of refinement. Whether silk, cashmere, or lightweight cotton, it adds polish to the simplest outfit. A woman can wear straight-leg jeans, a white shirt, and a blazer, yet the scarf is what makes the look unmistakably French. Tied around the neck, draped loosely over the shoulder, or even knotted onto a handbag, it works in countless ways. This tradition dates back decades, championed by style icons like Catherine Deneuve and Inès de la Fressange, who showed that a scarf could transform everyday clothing into something quietly elegant. For women over 50, it's more than decoration. It's a way of carrying sophistication without trying too hard. Italy, by contrast, found its symbol in linen. In the Mediterranean climate, comfort and breathability matter just as much as appearance. Linen trousers, skirts, and dresses have long been favoured for their natural ability to stay cool in the heat while still looking chic. The fabric has a relaxed drape that flatters the body without feeling restrictive, which makes it especially appealing for women in their 50s and beyond. It allows for movement, it adapts to warm evenings, and paired with handcrafted sandals or leather accessories, it becomes a complete expression of Italian lifestyle. Linen is part of the rhythm of summer markets, seaside walks, and evenings spent outdoors. It's woven into daily life. Scarves and linen may look like small details, yet they represent two very different ideas of style. One leans on refinement and subtle enhancement, the other on ease and natural flow. Together, they highlight how fashion adapts not only to taste but also to climate, tradition, and the way people live. For women over 50, choosing between a French scarf and Italian linen is less about trends and more about deciding which expression of elegance feels closest to their own story. Color codes of confidence. Color has always been more than decoration in fashion. It's a language. The shades women choose often reveal as much about their confidence as the cut of the clothing itself. Nowhere is this clearer than in the way French and Italian women over 50 approach their palettes. In France, the foundation is restraint. Black, navy, beige, grey, and cream dominate wardrobes because these shades carry timeless authority. A French woman doesn't need a wide spectrum of colours to make an impact. Instead, she leans on combinations that feel deliberate. Black paired with navy, once considered daring, has become a mark of French sophistication. Neutral palettes are powerful because they allow the wearer, not the clothing, to take centre stage. For women over 50, this approach also adds longevity. Clothes in muted tones transition seamlessly across seasons, across years, and across occasions without ever looking out of place. Italy speaks a different colour story. Warmth plays a central role, and it comes through in earthy tones and sun-soaked shades. Terracotta, olive green, cream, burnt orange. These colours reflect the landscape of Tuscany, Sicily, and the Amalfi Coast as much as they reflect style. For women over 50, these tones enhance natural beauty and work with the Mediterranean light. A flowing dress in sandy beige or a skirt in deep rust feels connected to the rhythm of daily life. Even monochrome looks, an all-white ensemble, for example, are designed to glow against the Italian climate. Colour here is less about restraint and more about embracing vibrancy in a way that feels lived in and natural. What's fascinating is how both approaches project confidence, though in different languages. The French palette says confidence comes from subtlety, while the Italian palette says confidence thrives in warmth and presence. Neither cancels the other out. Instead, they highlight two ways of expressing maturity. A woman may feel strongest in deep navy and camel, or she may feel most alive in soft linen whites or earthy shades of brown. In both cases, colour becomes a reflection of how she sees herself and how she wants the world to see her. The accessory mindset. Accessories are often called the finishing touch, yet in France and Italy they play very different roles in shaping style, especially for women over 50. The way each culture approaches these details reveals a lot about their fashion philosophies. In France, the accessory is about restraint, a slim leather belt to define the waist, a pair of understated gold earrings, or the scarf tied just so, all carefully chosen to enhance rather than dominate the look. French women often speak of the idea that one accessory, used with intention, can transform an outfit. This belief aligns with their broader commitment to simplicity. For women over 50, who already value confidence over trends, these accessories become subtle markers of personality. Nothing feels overdone, and that's exactly the point. Italy sees accessories differently. Here, they are not simply accents, they are often the star of the outfit. Shoes, especially, carry tremendous importance. Italian craftsmanship in footwear is world-renowned, and women treat it as a lifelong investment. A pair of finely made loafers, elegant heels or leather sandals is a statement of identity. The same is true for handbags, many of which are handmade and tied to family-run artisan traditions. For Italian women over 50, these pieces express individuality in a way that clothing alone cannot. This contrast highlights two unique styles of confidence. In France, accessories whisper. They stay close to the body and blend seamlessly into the outfit. In Italy, accessories speak louder. They stand out as centerpieces, often carrying as much attention as the dress or coat itself. What unites both approaches is the belief that accessories matter. They are never random or thoughtless. Whether it's the quiet strength of a French silk scarf or the bold presence of an Italian leather bag, accessories remain proof that small details can carry the greatest weight in style. Parisian fluidity versus Italian layered storytelling. Parisian style is best described as fluid and adaptable. It moves effortlessly between casual and formal, never appearing overworked, yet always polished. A woman in Paris might start her day with tailored trousers, pair them with a simple knit, and finish with a scarf passed down through generations. That scarf isn't just a piece of fabric, it's memory, heritage, and personality folded into her look. This effortless combination of vintage finds and modern staples is the secret behind Parisian elegance. It is not about chasing trends, but about creating balance, a wardrobe that feels personal, understated, and yet undeniably sophisticated. French fashion thrives on simplicity and subtlety, using restraint as a tool. The result is a style that feels timeless, because it relies on refinement and adaptability rather than excess. Italian style, however, approaches dressing as a form of storytelling. Where French style whispers, Italian fashion speaks in layers, textures, and bold gestures. It thrives on heritage fabrics like silk, fine wool, or cashmere, chosen not only for quality but for the way they move and drape. Imagine a sharply tailored blazer layered over a flowing dress, the look completed with jewelry that feels both expressive and personal. Nothing feels accidental. Each layer is deliberate, adding depth and emotion. Italian style creates dimension the way an artist builds a painting, with every stroke adding to the final impression. It embraces richness and flair, transforming clothing into a narrative of tradition blended with modern creativity. In essence, Parisian style celebrates the art of restraint, while Italian style champions the art of expression. Both are timeless and deeply admired, but they tell their stories in strikingly different ways, one through subtle simplicity, the other through layered drama. So now to you, if you could take just one wardrobe with you for the rest of your life, would you choose the timeless simplicity of France or the expressive artistry of Italy? Share your thoughts in the comment section below as you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.